Okay, so we're back at it again. I've made some friends. We've got Alicia there. They're all from Canada.
Hi.
From Canada. We've got Nava there.
Canada.
And Tina's up there.
Hello.
So we're going to be heading towards the Crime Museum, which is something that I didn't have on my books, but should be a lot of fun. We are seeing a fair few places that I've already been to.
I'm sorry.
I'm acting as tour guide here today.
Yeah, you get a vlog of a tour guide today.
So
I'm just along for the ride.
after being in London for 3 days, I'm now a tour guide. So this should be a wee bit of fun. The thing, I've still got 12 days of London when I get back here, so
Yeah.
that'll be a great time. I can act as tour guide every day from that point.
Yeah, you could just move here.
I do accept gratuities. But yeah, so we're gonna bounce around. And at the moment, we're just sort of meandering, and we'll see where we go soon. See you soon. Okay, so here I am in the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere. Just started my tea. It was an early start, that's why I didn't do a video earlier. But here we are. We are in the middle of nowhere. We're about 2 hours away from Liverpool. We're about to get back on the coach to head off again. That's all the people there. And yeah, I'll chat to you when I'm in Liverpool. Okay, so we've made it to Liverpool. And this is Brianna. She's from Canada. So I have to say that each time. But yeah, we made it here, all safe and sound. I managed to sleep the first, hour or so of it. I hope I wasn't snoring.
No.
But who knows?
Didn't miss any vital information.
No, well, it was basically just a tour of London, and you guys know from the last few videos that I've done a lot of London, but we've now made it into Liverpool, and we're going to go and look at this place, right there. Beatles Story, which is like the whole Beatles museum thing. And I don't know if you saw it just a moment ago, we've got kind of like a London Eye wannabe over there, which is like Liverpool's Ferris wheel version of the London Eye, I guess. But so we've got a little bit of free time now before we meet up again for, what are we doing at 3? What did you say we're doing?
Going back to the basketball.
Oh yeah, we're going to do a tour after this, and then check in, dinner, and who knows after that?
Yeah, the night is ours.
It's alright, I'll bring you guys along with me while I'm doing it, so we'll have fun. So we've obviously we made it to Liverpool. We already said that before. We've just been through the Beatles Museum, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
So here we've got Becca, we've got Mark and Cal. Becca and Mark we only met really just outside the museum. Cal I met on the bus after I woke up. So I woke up just as Matt stopped talking.
Wow.
Like he talked for about 30 seconds after I woke up, and that was it. So I was like,
I called you out on it too.
did he? While I was asleep?
No. When you woke up, when you woke up.
Oh yeah, because he was like, thanks for waking up at the end.
I remember that.
That was funny.
But like, to be fair, as we were going through London, like, I've already been in London for 4 days. So I've seen a lot of the stuff that we saw anyway. But we're here at Five Guys. We have just also been to both the Everton, and we had a quick look inside the Liverpool FC store as well. And what did you get?
So I got my dad a hat, and I got me and my brothers a bunch of golf ball markers.
Nice.
The Everton logos on them.
Sweet. I got myself a little key ring. So I've got plenty of Everton shit. Plenty of Liverpool shit. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm just a football guy.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so what did you guys think of the Beatles Museum all up?
All in all, I thought it was really good.
I think there was one negative of it.
For the time frame we have here, I think it's a little too long. In my opinion.
See, okay, was that for the actual museum, or was that the audio guide?
The audio guide.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement on that. It's the audio guide, just a little bit too long, because you end up waiting in the same room for a fair bit, waiting for the audio guide to finish. Because if you move on to the next room, there's a new audio guide bit that starts, so you don't get all the information that you really need to. But I mean, it is what it is. It's still a great experience.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
There's still some.
If we had more time, I would definitely have stayed longer and like actually going through everything. But with just the amount of time we have, it's.
We're going back anyways, right? Come back tonight.
Yeah, but not for the museum. come back tonight to get drunk, don't we?
Pretty much.
Well, you're going to see your family.
Yeah, we're going to go see my family. They're actually picking us up at the hotel.
Nice. So yeah, we head to the hotel after this. I think it'll be a lot nicer than what I've stayed in so far. So that'll be all right. But I love my backpacking, so I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later on, I guess. Oh yeah, so we're now on a sort of tour of Liverpool by a bus, and occasionally we get out and walk a little bit. But we've been going around just telling us the history of the city of Liverpool and of the Beatles, of course, as well, which is quite cool. And as we come around here, we've got a lovely mural over my right shoulder there. It's really quite nice. So this is Penny Lane, obviously from the song Penny Lane. So I'm about to learn a little bit about that, and I hope to be able to share it with you guys shortly. So we've just gotten to our accommodation just outside of Liverpool in Warrington. Here it is. There's Carl.
Sup?
Carl says hi. No, he says sup. But yeah, we're about to go out and have dinner and probably get smashed, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah, so it's just going to be about enjoying ourselves and having a wee bit of fun tonight. I'm not going to take the GoPro with me because I'm scared shitless that I'll break it or it'll get nicked. So I'll see you guys when I see you. Rightio, so we've made it to York now. We're out of Liverpool. Some of us are feeling a little worse for wear. Some of us are absolutely fine.
Is this like recording you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hi guys.
But I can make it a
My name's Sarah. Yeah.
I can make it 360 as well.
Oh.
But yeah, so I've got T, Sarah, and I can't remember.
Hi.
Yeah, T.
Oh, I thought you said I can't remember her name.
I couldn't remember yours. But anyway, so the Tara here, lovely Tara, has a lovely story to tell about somebody that she met last night who has a bit of a funky bunch. She named him Marky Mark. It was at the Peaky Blinders bar in Liverpool. But yeah, Tara, tell me about it. What happened?
So it started with a sex on the beach,
How did it end up like this?
and then it ended up with us getting his Snapchat and tormenting him for the rest of his shift.
How are you tormenting him?
Via Snapchat.
Via Snapchat?
Yeah.
Why was he on Snapchat while he was at work?
Good question.
And when you say tormenting him, what were you doing to the poor guy?
Where do we start?
Like, because you could, yeah, don't know, that could be anything. Jesus Christ.
It's like
What? So you're just basically just giving him shit?
yeah.
Alright.
And then he asked for a hand.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And what? You were more than happy to oblige, or?
He would have actually had to come first.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I did actually.
Huh?
Yeah. You want to come? Yeah, I want to see you. You gotta come.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so that was Tara's night. For myself, I ended up drinking with Danielle, who's one of the ones who's a little bit worse for wear at the moment still. And we got on the drink, and we were about to leave, and we got accosted by some young men and taken to some more bars, and kept on drinking. So we got home at about 2 in the morning, because the hotel was a fair way out of town, which was quite weird and slightly annoying, but we got our Ubers reimbursed to us, so it wasn't all too horrible. But yeah, we're in York for today, and then tomorrow we're heading off to the Lakes District, so around Carlisle, I believe. And yes, it should be a good time from there. But I will see you guys as I keep moving, and we'll go from that. So we're back in York again. Well, we are still in York. Got the Golden Fleece pub over my right shoulder there. Said to be the most haunted pub in York, which is saying something because York is said to be the most haunted city in Britain. So that should be a lot of fun. We're about to go down a little street called the Shambles. We can't say, well, we don't stop as we're going through because it is quite thin. But they say that this was the inspiration for Diagon Alley, just because of the overhanging sort of buildings and the sort of skinniness of it as well, I guess, would be a part of it. And to my left here, we have the shop that must not be named. So they're really bigging up on the Harry Potter side of things for that one. Got a Nutcracker Christmas shop. A little coffee shop. And this was Margaret Clitheroe, who was a Catholic woman who allowed people to hold services in her house, just a small little house, because practicing Catholicism during her time was illegal. They were Protestant only here, so it was illegal to practice Catholicism at any point. So she got executed for allowing Catholics to come in and hold little services there. So there is now a shrine there in her likeness to basically commemorate what she did. And over here we have the Potions Cauldron, which is another little Harry Potter reference, I would believe. Sorry. But we're almost at the end of the Shambles here. As you can tell, it is a very busy place, and I'm not sure how much you can actually hear me as I'm going through this. That's the Ghost Merchant. And yeah, so we're now getting right to the end of the Shambles. So we can look back down behind us there at what we've just seen, and you can see that it is quite thin or quite slim to get through there, but it is very popular, especially for tourists, it would seem, like us. But it was a butcher's, as I'm about to show you here. So this tells you all about the Shambles here. So yeah, and it would appear as though we've got some dancing in the square, which is quite lovely, a little bit different. I'll flip the camera around in a moment.
I need to go to work,
so I can show you. Yeah, so we've made it through now, and that was kind of cool. So that was the Shambles. Right, so we're still in York. I'm here with Becca.
Hello.
Mark's up there. Can't remember the other girl's name.
Rebecca.
That one as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's
and
also
then there's the other Rebecca up there as well. We're still at York. So we've had a lot more spare time in York than what we did in Liverpool, to be able to go out and explore and stuff. But we had like drinking time at the end of Liverpool, free time, but everything was sort of closed by that point, unfortunately, so we weren't really able to check out Liverpool so much. So what we're doing at the moment is all of us here, is we're walking around the wall, sort of around what seems to be the historical sector of York, and it's really cool. So if you see over there, that's the York Minster. We climbed up to the top of that earlier. About 275 steps it was. But it seemed a lot harder on my legs than what St. Paul's did even. Just because it was steep the entire way. So that was yeah, really interesting. What else have we done? We went to the Jorvik Museum, which is like the Viking museum, which is interesting, I guess. The cool thing that happened today actually is that we
What I would do to get laid in that thing. Oh shit, you're recording.
I hope everybody just heard that. That was the non-married Rebecca. But yeah, so the really cool thing that happened today for me is that we had a small lunch and a drink at the Guy Fawkes Tavern. Now, Guy Fawkes, obviously, we've spoken about before on this, was famous for the gunpowder plot, which was in London, but he was born here in York and actually grew up in the pub that we had lunch in. So
her car is currently
that was yeah, it was really cool, sort of kind of surreal feeling to go into the Guy Fawkes Inn and have lunch in there where he grew up, I guess, or where he was born, where he lived, and yeah. Oh, look at the cute couple. Look at him. And yeah, so this wall goes around for something like 3.8 k's around the whole entire, at least the historical sector. It's not going to go around the entire York, but it goes around the sort of, yeah, the historical parts of York here.
I can't walk straight. I keep getting
So to be fair, the path isn't exactly even either.
I think it's like the cobblestone house.
Yeah. So we're going to keep on meandering about.
Oh my god, it's so
And yeah, so we've got a we've got a ghost tour in a few hours. So we're gonna walk around here and then probably grab a small dinner or something, and then we'll be on our ghost tour, and then I'll be back to the hotel after that. So I'll catch you guys later. Well, I'm back again very quickly, and we're just going to go down this nice tight little pathway here. This is still on the wall, and I need to watch my head quite a bit, but that is quite tight, as things tended to be. And then we come out, there is a step at the end that I nearly fell over, and it's light again. There's the monk bar walk, and yeah, I just wanted to get that that walkway up there, because it's yeah, it's not the easiest to get down. Okay, so still in York, and we're heading on our ghost tour this evening. They're all true stories and whatnot, apparently. But there's a whole bunch of us, as you can see behind me here, all going on the tour. I think everybody on the Kentucky is going on this one, so looking forward to hearing some creepy stories, some gory details, and getting into it from there. So it should be fun. I'll see how we go about recording one or two of the stories, but that could take up a fair bit of time, so we'll see how we go. Right, so we're on this ghost tour. We just heard about Mad Alice. We're in Mad Alice Lane, and that window up there, she used to shriek out of, so she has some sort of explosive outbursts, I guess, and she would just shriek and scream, and nobody really knew what was wrong with her, but she's prone to these outbursts. So in that day and age, you certainly were ostracized for things like that. And yeah, she died. They don't know how she died, but she was buried, and the ghost still haunts that mirror back there, and occasionally you can go past and you hear this shrieking out that window. and you can see a sort of shadowy figure appear in that window, or a reflection of her if it's during the day. And it can happen at any time. But we're heading to another alleyway now to learn about yet another ghost or another spirit. This tour is really good, really interesting. And Clark, who's the guy leading it, he does it in a very understated style. So he's not extravagant, he's not out there, he's quite understated throughout the whole thing, and yeah, he does a really good job. But we're about to stop now and move on to the next one, so... Okay, so we've just finished off our ghost tour coming around York. We've got Cal here with me. You're from Sydney, right? Melbourne. I knew it was Australia, couldn't remember which one, so that's my fuck up.
Here we are then.
Another tour there going on. So we've just been on our ghost tour. Cal, what are your thoughts of it?
There's ghosts everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad I drank before doing this tour.
Yeah.
If I was sober, well, I don't think I'll be sleeping tonight.
No, it'd be pretty tough. You're not wrong there. It's been pretty full on. And the good thing about it, I think, personally, is that it's been a mix of different kinds of ghosts. So there's been the angry ones. There's been the ones that probably had a mental issue which you didn't know, and then like Mad Alice, like I spoke about just before.
Yeah.
And there's been. You know, there was the creepy guy in the lane just after that, who just stood there creeping out young ladies. So it's been a good mix of different kinds of ghost stories around it as well. So yeah, and so anyway, before the tour, what did you get up to today?
What did we get up to? We got
besides getting drunk.
Oh, what? Damn, that's the best part. No, went to see the Vikings, went around walking the wall, seeing some lovely sights. It's just so peaceful and quaint.
I do have to ask, what did you think of the Viking Museum?
I really liked how interactive it was. Like, compared to the previous audio museums as we've had. Yeah. It was slightly different.
Yeah, because you had the ride as you went, as you started, which gave you basically just a background of it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you got the floor, so you could actually see the actual remains, which was quite cool too.
Yeah, like before you actually enter the museum, you go through into the excavation site that was there, showing the houses, and showing a house, or two houses I think it was.
Yep, and two skeletons.
So that really sort of set the scene for it as well, didn't it?
It sure did.
I actually got I got myself a Viking coin because I had a whole bunch of coins in my pocket, so I was like, fuck it, why not?
I'm always paranoid that I'll spend the Viking coin.
Yeah. That's why it's not leaving the little pouch that it's in.
Smart man.
I won't do that. But yeah, so we're now heading back to the coach, and we drive down to Leeds, which is Wakefield, Leeds, which is where our hotel for the night is. So I've had a big old day here in York. It's been pretty
exhausting.
Pretty full. Yeah, it's been exhaustive because we've had the whole day as free time, and this is one thing that I would probably critique about this trip so far, like my only critique so far, is that it would have been nice to spend a few hours in Liverpool before coming down here.
Yeah.
Because I feel as though I didn't need 6-7 hours here before this tour.
All 3 Monster energy drinks, either or.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not mad that we spent a whole bunch of time here, but it still would have been nice to experience a little bit more of Liverpool during day hours.
Yeah.
You know, not just getting drunk, but that's a very, very minor thing. I'm still stoked with today and how much fun we've been having.
Billy Beans, it's not my daughter. She's just a girl.
Well, she wasn't healthy, bright-eyed and slim.
You're following in my footsteps.
There's nothing wrong with it. Any character.
I know.
No, there
But yeah, so for now, Rebecca's just joined us again. So we're heading back to the coach now and heading back home. I'm probably gonna sleep pretty quickly tonight, but I'll try and get this up before I go to sleep, so fingers crossed for that. And yeah, tomorrow we're off to the Lakes District, off to Carlisle. So, or that Carlisle area. So, yeah, should be a good time.